I want to talk about my comments and belief, basically my thoughts on um the new law Alabama was trying to legislate or whatever about abortion. To me, I personally think I am pro-life myself. There are three places that are doing this, I believe: Missouri, Georgia, and Alabama. I think Missouri is the one where they have an 8-week ban or something like that, and I think that's the most likely to be similar to what more the population agrees with. There are also other legislation that have gone through having to do with late term abortion that I've heard. I think both directions are kind of, extreme for people as a whole. And I don't say that as for my own opinion. Like, many of the time, people say what's extreme because what they think is extreme rather than what um, the national public thinks is an extreme, or what the national public agrees with. A lot of the time, nobody really pays attention to what the majority seems to agree with and what they don't. Like, you look at late term abortion, for example. Like, about 90%, I believe, or was it 80%? Somewhere around there. It's a high percentage of people don't agree with late term abortions. You'll also find that there's like about 80% of the population who doesn't agree with abortion after a 12 weeks. So, I mean, there's a lot of people who aren't like the left is and aren't like the right is. And nobody really seems to respect their opinion, which bothers me. I mean, like, shouldn't the legislatures represent what the people want? And what the people want isn't like abortion up to 24 weeks, I don't think. You see, a lot of people say they want it up to 12 weeks. Yet our laws are 24 weeks, and nobody ever addresses that most people don't agree with this. People only just use it to take advantage of things. Like, liberals will use it to say, hey, you don't want abortion to be illegal in the case of rape and incest. Like, what did that have to do with the fact that you want to kill kids at like 20 weeks who can survive outside of the womb? I mean, most people agree that abortion, in the case of 22, 24 weeks, 20 weeks, is, it's, most people would agree that's killing, you know, a kid. And so, I mean, like, I don't understand why people ignore what basically the national public basically believes in. And then on top of it, it's like other issues, like for the conservative side of it too. It's like they want to roll back on abortion. That might be the direction many Americans are in the sense of making it a shorter time period. But they roll it back so much that you like say no abortion in any case except in life, and then people are going to push back on them too. So nobody ever gets what they really want, not even the American public, which is really annoying to me. I mean, like, at least can't we just have it where most people get what they want? Because that's how it should be governed, I think. How we should be governed is what we, the people, say as the general public. And it's just like, it's not really reflecting our views, I don't feel. And then on top of it, I mean, like, there are other, like, there's one that I'm kind of like, I'm okay with it on this perspective because it's closer. I think it's a Missouri law. I think it has it to 8 weeks, which is closer to 12 weeks to me. And it come with a common ground. Maybe we could make it up to 10 weeks or something. That would be a common ground. Most abortions anywhere are done in 7 or 8 weeks. That's why most of the time it always seems to me like on the liberal side, like why do you really care about like abortion after 24 weeks or 12 weeks when most abortions are done at that time? So the women who are need to make their decision for themselves or whatever get to do that within 12 weeks. Most people know they're pregnant by then. So they've had their chance. So I never understand how, like, why people think, like, that they are, like, limiting abortion or anything. I don't see it as really limiting it. I just see it as, like, just reflect what it should reflect for the American people. That's my whole complaint about abortion legislation, really. It's that a lot of people seem to go with what their agenda is. If they don't want abortion ever, they don't want abortion ever. If they only want abortion in the case of rape and incest, they only want abortion in the case of incest. They'll make legislation like that. If they want abortion on demand and always up until the baby's a month old after birth, they will try and legislate that. So I mean, like, that's basically, it seems like, how they are. It's like you don't really go with the people who elected you. I mean, people who are legislatures are there because somebody voted for them, and those people who voted for them have certain views, and they don't even care what their views are as the general mass. They don't care, it doesn't seem. They don't try and make the laws reflect what the people's opinion is. And that bothers me. I think it should just be where let the people decide what they want to do, basically. Don't let it be like just these bureaucrats always deciding things. I know that there'll be a lot of abortion legal, and there'll still be like abortion legal at 24 weeks. There'll be some available at 8 weeks. But let that basically be for the people to decide. And I mean, like, some people don't like it because they're like, oh, I'm pro-life, or I'm pro-abortion. Well, if you think a lot of people don't agree with you, then try to sway people to your side. So then you get the public agreeing with you. But if the public does not agree with you, then the public does not agree with you. That's just the country you live in. If you don't like it, move to another country. That's all my opinion is on it. Thanks. I'm done. Bye.